Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. I'm here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways. And as you see, Big Ed is kind of Big Ed, but anyway, it's time for the off season. Come on. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. A whole lot going on. Tonight, we are going to do our draft. Each of us will put up our top 10, but we also got a couple more things out there that we need to touch base on. We're not going to go too in depth with it, but we will get into it. It is an interesting. We're closing in on the off season. The off season is coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is the draft is coming up. I got myself registered for the draft, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. I'm shooting for it. That's me and my boy Skin right here in the red circle, and the homie Spade down in Alabama. He's right there. This was in Tampa, Florida when we went to the Tampa Bay game. That's where our seats were, man. It was like, well, how about that? I could do the P-Funk and point at both circles right there, just like that. That was my first trip to Florida. I had a blast. I love Tampa, Florida. We kicked Tampa Bay's ass that day. But aside from that, I loved Tampa, Florida. Big ups to my folks down there in the Bay. And other than that, I want to introduce my crew. I got Big Ed and Ways. What's up, fellas? What's going on? What's up? What's happening?
What's good? What's good?
What's happening?
Not too much.
All right. So before we get off into some football, man, I want to touch on a couple of humongous stories that we faced this week. It's been a big week for news. Actually, it's a few stories. One, Woody, did you hear about the shooting in Russia?
Yes.
What is that body count up to? Because they said it was over 100. Somebody shot up a concert or something like that.
It was like 160 people, I believe was the last I heard.
Because the last I heard, it was like up to about 130. So, and I know that was a couple days ago, and they were still counting.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, they think it's ISIS.
Yeah.
Actually, ISIS claimed responsibility.
ISIS claimed responsibility,
and they're still trying to blame it on
and everybody thought ISIS was
Ukraine.
Gone. Everybody thought ISIS was gone. They're trying to blame it on Ukraine. You said you have frozen a little.
Yeah, Russia's still trying to blame it. Russia's still trying to blame it on Ukraine.
Okay, all right. As long as they ain't trying to blame it on me, because I saw what they did to Brittany Griner. I don't want no trouble. How about that? So, also, another huge story. Today, a ship wrecked into a bridge in Baltimore and collapsed. So there's people. Did they find any bodies? I know they said it was like 7 people missing.
Yeah, they haven't found any yet, but the last story I read said that they presumed the 7 construction workers dead.
Yeah. I think that's accepted. That's expected to be that they would be presumed dead. But man, that was crazy. Did you see the long video where they point out where the power went out in the ship?
Yeah.
And then the power was restored. And then it went out again, and then when it came back on, it was too late. They know it was too late. When that thing came back on, it was too late, and it was boom, and down came the whole bridge. Amazing video. If you've not seen it, I think everybody has seen it by now. But if you haven't, man, it's that is amazing footage.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for that one.
Yeah.
And last but not least, go ahead. I'm sorry. You was about to say something again?
No.
Okay. Last but not least, of course, I saved it for last because it's more of our type of hype too. Diddy's houses were raided yesterday, sex trafficking, and this motherfucker left his kids to get arrested, and he flew out of He flew out of space. I don't know where. I remember it disappeared. I think they found his plane on an island
they
that
say he
he's
got
not with it.
Yeah, they
I
found
didn't hear none of that.
Yeah, I heard that today. Somebody said they found his plane on his private island, but he's not with the plane.
By all reports, this is supposed to be worse than Epstein.
Yeah. And they raided 3 houses, right? New York, Miami, and Los Angeles.
Yep.
And arrested both his kids.
Yeah, Diddy's done.
Both his sons. I don't know if that's his only 2 sons. I
For it.
shouldn't say both, or I should say 2 of. I don't know if that's both his sons or how many kids he have. I didn't even know. I only know of 1. But evidently there's at least 2 because they both got arrested yesterday.
Didn't he have twins?
I don't know. I don't know enough about his personal life. All I know is he used to throw freak parties. And now I'm finding out he's into sex trafficking. And
Man, I came across the craziest video
he came across the craziest
on
video.
TikTok the other day. And it was actually just the audio of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was actually just the audio of it. Supposedly, it was Meek Mill getting smashed by Diddy.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that as well. I heard that. And that's what I've heard of. I've heard that. I've heard of that. I'm a little skeptical of audio only videos these days because AI is incredible.
Yeah.
Man.
So I don't know I don't know what to believe when I got a tape of such and such saying this. Yeah, well, guess what? It was actually me saying it.
No.
And I AI'd my voice.
Hey, Kevin Hart set the tone for this year. Or it's not my bad.
Cat Williams.
Williams set the tone for this year.
It's a crazy year.
Man, truth's coming out about all kinds of different things, and it's not even just Diddy. You got this whole behind the scenes with Nickelodeon going on as well.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, crazy
came out
year,
and set
man.
that tone.
Crazy year so far, man. The first quarter of this year have been loaded with activity. And I guess my question is, if they're saying this is worse than Epstein, then who else is about to get in trouble for being on P. Diddy's list?
Clyde Davis.
Ooh.
Let's see what names start falling on the P. Diddy list.
They said Jay's on there.
Ooh,
Snoop.
You know, because P. Diddy party with everybody. You got to come party with me, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A lot of people.
The
party
baby.
with Diddy. A lot of people party with Big Diddy. So I mean, how many of them are involved in this sex trafficking? How many are gonna get caught up in this sex trafficking?
How deep are they gonna dig? Are they
Well-
gonna look into the fact that he was groomed by Clyde Davis himself to see who else has been groomed by Clyde Davis?
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Well,
It's gonna be interesting.
Jaguar Wright says everybody's involved in it. So
Who said that? You
Jaguar Wright says everybody's involved in it.
I don't know who that is, but I know 50 ain't part of it. That's what I
50
do.
ain't in it. Yeah, 50 is not in it.
Is not any part of this.
Yeah, 50 is in the clear. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting the fallout from this to see if and who ends up getting, who else gets in trouble for being involved, or how deeply they get involved, and how deep do they have to be involved to get in trouble? All right.
Right.
So we had the Epstein list.
Yeah.
Not as many people got in trouble for the Epstein list as was originally thought.
Right.
I mean, pretty much nobody.
Yeah, pretty much nobody. And that was
Pretty much nobody was out there on the Epstein list. It just kind of the story that just kind of disappeared, right? So let's see how this one.
I'm waiting to find the Trump list. I'm waiting to see the Trump list.
Okay, on that note, folks, we're gonna move on because
oh wait, what?
this motherfucker's getting random. Here he goes with his random shit. So we are going to talk about draft time. It's draft day in the off season, and let's see who we can. We agreed last week that each of us would do our top 10. Now, we didn't talk about how we were going to do it. Are we each going to do our one, or are we each going to do our list? So I would say let's draw straws
Okay.
and we each do our list.
Okay.
Fair
Yeah.
enough?
Yep.
But unless anybody wants to volunteer to go first,
I'll go first.
I don't have a coin here.
I'll go first.
Okay, Big Ed, on the clock. First on the clock
When I get done freezing.
is the Chicago Bears.
Is the Bears.
And the Chicago Bears select
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams out of the University of
We finally accepted.
California.
Yeah.
Number 2, the Washington Commanders are on the clock.
Jaden Daniels, quarterback, LSU.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait a minute. I need to be writing this down. It's just, I didn't see that one coming. All right. All right. So he got Caleb, and he got Jaden Daniels. All right.
Yep.
And at number 3,
The New England Patriots select J.J. McCarthy, quarterback, Michigan.
ooh, ooh. All right. And at number 4,
The Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver, Ohio State.
Ooh. Okay, and then number 5.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. We
We've got a trade.
The Los Angeles Chargers have made a trade with the Minnesota Vikings for the 11th and 23rd pick to move up to number 5. And the Vikings select Drake May, quarterback, North Carolina.
Ooh.
I like it.
All right. Blaze likes it. At number 6.
The New York Giants select Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, LSU.
Ooh. All right. All right. And at number 7.
Tennessee Titans select Joe Alt,
Ooh.
offensive tackle, Notre Dame.
Oh, this list looks a lot like mine. Okay, let's go. Number 8.
The Atlanta Falcons select Dallas Turner,
Ooh.
edge, Alabama.
Okay, all right. All right. Number 9.
The Bears select Jared Verse. I can't remember what school he was from, though.
Yeah, that's all right. Jared Verse. I don't remember either.
He's an edge rusher.
Yeah. He's not bad.
And last but not least, at the number 10 pick.
The New York Jets select Talise Fuaga,
Oh,
That pick. That's a
offensive
good-
tackle, Oregon State.
That's a really good pick for them.
yeah, that is. That is. Very good there, Big Ed. Very close to mine. I'm almost.
Same
I'm
here. Very close to mine.
Yeah. All right. Ways, you want me to go or you want to go?
I can go. Doesn't matter.
It's up to you, man. I'm letting you have the floor.
I'll roll with it.
All
Number
right.
1, the Bears will be selecting Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. Alright.
Number 2, Commanders. They'll be going with Jaden Daniels.
Ooh. All right. All right. And number 3.
The Patriots will go with Drake May.
Oh. Oh, there's a difference. Okay. At number 4.
Vikings move up with a trade from the Cardinals
Oh.
to select J.J. McCarthy.
Oh. Ooh. All right. And at number 5.
The Chargers will be selecting Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh. Oh. That's big. All right. 6.
I have the Giants selecting Malik Neighbors.
Okay. And at number 7.
I have the Titans selecting Joe Alt as well.
Okay. All right.
Number 8, I have the Falcons selecting Rome Odunze.
Rome Odunze.
Wide receiver.
Yep, I'm trying to find him over here. All right.
Washington.
And who picked him?
The Falcons.
Okay. And 9.
Number 9, the Bears will be selecting Xavier Worthy.
Oh, wow. That's not a bad pick for the Bears. And 10.
We have another trade.
Oh, we have another trade.
We have the Raiders moving up and trading with the Jets to select Bo Nix.
What? You know Wade's had to do something crazy, right?
Had to,
Exactly.
because the 2 picks behind that is Denver, and you know they're shooting for a quarterback.
All right. All right. Okay, so that's it for that. Okay. So we've got a consensus. At number 1, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams out of USC. And I'm glad that Big Ed has now come to his senses and he's happy with that.
No, I'm not happy with it, but
He is happy with it, man. Oh, get happy.
You heard about that front office being so excited after seeing that pro day.
Yeah.
yeah, but I remember the Raiders front office being excited for Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no Jamarcus Russell.
I remember Cleveland being excited for Tim Couch.
There's no Marcus Russell, no Tim Couch. This is Caleb, dude. This dude got skills that neither one of those guys possess. At number 2, the Washington Commanders select Drake May, quarterback out of UNC. Ooh, that was a different one for you.
That is, and I like it.
Yeah, I'm the first one to go there. Y'all went Jayton on me.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I'm the only one to say at pick number 3, the New England Patriots select Jaden Daniels, quarterback out of LSU. At number 4, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver out of Ohio University. We have a trade. The Vikings get pick number 5 from the Chargers for picks number 11 and 23 and a 2025 third round pick. To move up into the 5th pick to select J.J. McCarthy out of the University of Michigan.
Like it.
At number 6, the New York Football Giants select Malik Neighbors, wide receiver out of LSU.
Only if they had a quarterback at the
At number 7, the Tennessee Titans select weak ass Joe Alt out of Notre Dame. He got outlifted by Blake Corum, running back from Michigan. I don't know if y'all saw that.
but that's running back to Michigan.
Blake Corum outbenched him. With pick number 8, Atlanta Falcons select Dallas Turner out of Alabama. At pick number 9, the Chicago Bears trade down.
Oh.
Just joking.
Huh. I was interested where this went. I was like, okay, let's see.
It is actually a scenario that I've heard though.
It is a possibility, but I'm not going there. With pick number 9, the Chicago Bears select Rome Odunze, a wide receiver out of Washington. And at pick number 10, the New York Jets select Talise Fuaga, offensive tackle out of Oregon State.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my top 10.
Okay.
So our consensus picks, we all got Caleb going number 1.
Yes.
At number 2, the both of you got Jayden going to Washington. I got Drake May going to Washington.
I went with Jayden just because I think Washington's looking for something different, and they see this as an opportunity to have like an RG3 scenario with better coaching.
None of us agreed on New England's pick. Big Ed Pat grabbed McCarthy, Waze grabbed Drake May, and I grabbed Jayden Daniels.
Robert Kraft thinks he's going to hit goal twice with a Michigan quarterback.
I think he's trying to get away from the whole Tom Brady situation.
Robert Kraft, but he don't do the picks, do he? Do he?
And if you think an owner ain't got say in who gets picked,
Yeah,
All owners have interest in it. The Wilfs don't have interest in our picks.
he ain't a meddler at all. At number 4, both Big Ed and I said Marvin Harrison Jr. and Waze got Minnesota trading up into that spot to take McCarthy.
see, I don't think Arizona's going to move off of number 4.
I'm with you on that one. At number 5, Big Ed and I got Minnesota going into that spot, but Big Ed has got them grabbing Drake May. I have them grabbing McCarthy, and Waze says that's where Marvin Harrison Jr. goes, to the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean the Chargers.
That's why I don't. Cardinals got their mind made up on him.
I think we all have a consensus at number 6, Neighbors going to New York. We all have a consensus at 7 with Joe Alt headed to Tennessee. We differed again at number 8, because at 8, Big Ed and I agreed with Turner going to Atlanta, and Waze says Odunze is going to Atlanta. I don't know that they would go for another receiver at this point, though, right?
No, that they need defensive help.
I mean, they just grabbed Drake London with their first early last season, right?
Yeah, and they need line help on their defense. So
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. We had the same pick with Dallas Turner. At number 9, we all were different, with Chicago's second pick in the first round, the top 10. Big Ed picked Verse, Waze picked Worthy, and I picked Odunze.
Yep. My thoughts on that is there's still wide receivers available in free agency. There is no pass rushers left in free agency, and we need somebody on the opposite side of Montez Sweat. So we're going pass rusher there.
It's possible.
And the receiver class is still deep.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know that they're going to go with a free agent wide receiver because they already got two veterans. So they need a if they're going to plug in another receiver, plug in a kid. You
But
got
you got
Keenan
people like
Allen,
Nicole Hardman still out there.
but you got
You got
Keenan Allen, but you got Keenan Allen, and you got the bitch they grabbed last year, DJ Moore. They already got two veteran stars. Why you need somebody new too. You want to add some youth to that core as opposed to another. I think that's the way I see
But
it.
see, I don't even see Worthy going in the first round. So I think he's going to be available when they got another pick in the third.
If the Bears don't grab him, I guarantee you Kansas City will.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because getting into a Chicago Bear conversation we don't even need. We talked about the first pick enough. Now that we finally agree on the first pick, now we gotta argue about the ninth pick.
Oh, that ninth pick is trash pick.
This motherfucker. We know if we know that the common denominator is why the Bears conversation always ends up getting too long, because somebody is a little too Bear centric. At number 10, Big Ed and I both agreed that I call him Fuego, but Fuaga going to the New York Jets. But Ways bet the Raiders will trade up into that spot and take Bo Nix, which I think is a little high for Bo Nix. But
Not only that, they need help on that line. They're going to use that to beef up that line for.
They do need a quarterback, though. No, I'm talking about the Raiders do need a quarterback. Yeah, they need some. The Jets definitely need some help on that line. But the Raiders can use a QB. I mean, that's a fact.
And Bo Nix will be there at 13.
Right, that Denver is knocking on the door right behind the Jets at number 12.
Yeah, but do the Raiders? I mean, but the Raiders may go a different direction. They may not go quarterback. They can use a quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but
And actually, in the draft I got, they're picking Kenyon Mitchell.
I have them. If I was to keep going, I probably would have had them grabbing an offensive lineman.
If it were
The Raiders,
the Raiders, yeah, I had the Raiders grabbing offensive tackle. JC Latham.
This is a pretty stacked pool when it comes to the offensive line with this year's draft.
Yeah, I would think that's where I had them going. That's where I had them going. If we were to keep going, I probably would have had them taking it off. As a matter of fact, let's do this. How about we, for the next 10, let's round robin. We'll stay in the same order that we went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick number 11.
The Chargers pick Roma Dunze, Washington.
Ooh, somebody that's already on the Bears. Ways at number 12.
Number 12. We're sticking with the Raiders at number 12.
I guess wait a minute, it's kind of tough because we've got different
No, the Denver Broncos would be at number 12.
The Broncos is at number 12, but we do have some different scenarios here. So because
Ways had them trading.
But like you just picked a player that I already got going to the Bears.
I thought we were still going with our mock drafts.
Okay, well we can go. I mean, we can go any way we want. It's Denver. Denver's on the clock.
Okay.
Wait.
Denver is on the clock. I'm gonna go with Denver selecting Byron Murphy.
Oh. And I'm going with the Raiders pick and picking J.C. Latham, offensive tackle out of Alabama. Big Ed, the Saints are on the clock.
I got him going with Kenyon Mitchell, cornerback out of Toledo.
Ooh, he a monster. He's nice. Ways the Indianapolis Colts select.
Ooh, they got so they could go corner, they can go wide. Who do they got at wide receiver? Because I think they had Pierce as their number 2, and Appreciate it. Fun.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver out of LSU.
Ooh. At number 16, Seattle. Gonna go. I'm gonna go Graham Barton, offensive tackle out of Duke.
Okay.
Big Ed. Jackson.
17. Jaguar select Keon Coleman, wide receiver out of Florida State.
Wait, that'd be nasty. They can use it too. Ways. Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm gonna go. They go Terry and Arnold, cornerback out of Alabama.
Okay. And at 19, the Los Angeles Rams select.
Thank you.
Byron Murphy II, defensive lineman out of Texas.
Oh, he's already gone.
Oh shit! Who grabbed him?
Boyz just had him going to Denver, wasn't it?
Yeah, Denver.
Oh shit! They need a defensive lineman. Johnny Newton, defensive lineman out of Illinois.
Okay.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers select. I guess we can all do Pittsburgh. We can all take a turn on Pittsburgh's pick because there's a 20. This is 20. Unless y'all want to go 20, 21, 22. We'll make 22 the last one.
Okay. Pittsburgh selects Xavier Worthy, wide receiver out of Texas.
Ooh. Okay.
That's not a bad move for them.
Miami's on the clock.
I'm gonna have them go with Graham Barton, interior lineman, offensive lineman out of Duke.
I just picked him, didn't I?
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Ooh.
I picked him for Seattle.
Well, then I'm gonna have to go with Jackson Powers Johnson, interior offensive lineman out of Oregon.
Okay. And let's see here. Philly. Why not? I'm going to go A.D. Mitchell, wide receiver out of Texas for Philly.
Okay.
And that is, I want to keep going with
It don't matter.
I'm done. All
right, I'm ready. I'm good.
You good? You ready? You want some more? All right. Well, Big Ed. Who's on the clock after Philly?
Originally it was Vikings.
It's the Vikings, but they traded, in your scenario, they traded that pick to
The Chargers. Yep.
Oh,
The Chargers pick up Graham Barton, interior offensive lineman, Duke.
that's the third time he got picked this round. I already got him. I already got him.
Okay, so then they pick up Cooper DeJean, cornerback out of Iowa.
Okay, all right. That's actually what I think they're going to do. Ways, who's on the clock?
Dallas?
His most hated team.
The Cowboys.
Oh, okay. I have Dallas selecting out of Alabama cornerback Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Damn, that hurts. Okay. All right. With the 25th pick, I got Tyler Guyton, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma, going to
Going to
Green
the
Bay
Packers?
Packers.
That wouldn't be a bad pick.
No.
Tampa Bay is on the clock at 26. Big Ed.
They picked Darius Robinson, edge out of Missouri.
All right. I like it.
At 27, we got the Cardinals.
They will be selecting Amarius Mims, offensive tackle from Georgia.
And I got the Buffalo Bills next, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Who's Buffalo going with? Damn, Amarius Mims was a hell of a pick. At that deep, if he's still there, that's a hell of a pick. I'm gonna go cornerback Terrion Arnold. Is that who I'm going with? No.
Where we at now?
No, Buffalo Bills gonna select because I forgot they having some trouble with old boy. I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver out of LSU.
Okay.
Buffalo, because I think Diggs might be on his way out the door.
Yeah.
So after Buffalo is the Detroit Lions.
They go with Olumayowe Fashanu, offensive tackle from Penn State.
Ooh, I think, you know what I think? I think I just gave you they picked Terrion Arnold, cornerback out of Alabama. I think that's where they going. I actually, as if Kool-Aid is gone, because I really think Kool-Aid is the pick. But if Kool-Aid is gone, I think they'll take the other cornerback out of Bama.
See, my mock draft, I actually had them trading out. They traded out of the first round.
Who? Detroit?
Detroit.
Doubt it. I doubt if they do. I doubt if they do it. They gonna get a first. They gonna get a first round player for that secondary. They need a first round player in that secondary.
Yeah.
They don't have any first rounders in that secondary.
That was pick 28, right?
That was pick 28, 29, 29. The next pick is Baltimore, and that's on Ways.
Oh, that was 29?
It's 29. Pick 30 is Ways.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore picking up Cooper DeJean.
He already picked. Didn't you pick him, Big Ed?
Yep. Can't remember who for, though.
Me either, but I remember you picked him because.
Top Robinson.
Who?
Top Robinson.
Okay. He's still out there.
Yep, Penn State edge rusher.
And how about that? I get to pick 31 for San Francisco 49ers. How about that? That's poetic justice. Oh, I heard that song twice today, by the way. The radio all day. Well, that's another story we didn't touch on, but we're going to get to it shortly. But I've been hearing Kendrick Lamar all day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the 49ers. Lad McConkey, wide receiver out of Georgia.
Okay.
And last but not least,
right.
It is the Kansas Chiefs.
And they select Jordan Morgan, offensive tackle out of Arizona.
Ooh, and they're going to leave Troy Franklin, wide receiver, on the table. I say Troy Franklin, wide receiver. What do you say, Waze?
Did someone already pick up Adonai Mitchell?
I don't think so.
Go with it. Wide receiver out of Texas.
I actually originally had Amarius Mims going there.
Yeah, I think Marius Mims going to be gone.
I think so as well.
Yeah, I think he'll be long gone. But yeah, I think they're gonna grab a receiver. I don't think they're going offensive line. Offensive line wasn't their problem. Receiver was their
Yeah.
problem.
I did one mock draft that had them taking Xavier Worthy.
Hmm. But that said, that is your draft, and we had fun with that. But there is something else that we didn't touch on as far as our outside of sports stories that hit the fan this week, and that's Kendrick Lamar taking shots back at J. Cole and Drake.
Man.
What's your thoughts on it? Because I think my thoughts are going to be different from yours. I think so far, I believe
I think we're in for a hell of a battle. I think it's all a marketing thing.
For everything I've seen, I think that my take has been totally unique to everything I've seen so far. So I'm curious to see what y'all say. There's a lot of news, man.
I think they're working together on this beef. It's not. I don't know if it's a real beef, but they're trying to bring energy back into the game.
I mean, it's definitely giving the game a shot in the arm because we're talking about the Battle of the Titans.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the baddest. There's top three guys out there right now, and you know, I'm more of a J. Cole guy. Most people are more of a Kendrick guy, and I don't know. It's most people got Kendrick and J. Cole definitely in the top three. A lot of people got him as top two.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable saying that this is this generation's Nas versus Jay-Z.
Oh, I you know what? I'm there. I think it's even stronger than that because I don't think they were top two.
I can see that Nas and Jay-Z.
Yeah, but I'm there with you. Yeah. So, what was your thoughts on the Kendrick track though? Well, it wasn't Kendrick's track, but it was his verse.
Yeah, man, I loved it. Yeah, it was raw. But I've also heard the leaked audio of what's supposed to be their responses too. And man, we in for a hell of a fight.
That was AI. Ways your thoughts.
First of all, I appreciate all of this because I'm here for it. I look forward to it. I'm a fan of both artists. I'm not a huge Drake fan, but I do respect him. I do like some of his music. But I am honestly not even including him in this. To me, this is J. Cole versus Kendrick.
I think that's what makes it. I think that's what makes it hot to me. That's what makes it such a hot topic to me. Is this J. Cole and Kendrick? Yeah. That for me was the shock factor.
And see, my perspective on this right now is it's a slow build. They're just poking at each other right now.
Oh, they've been poking at each other for a while.
Significant to make it sound like, all right, now they're really going for the throat. This is more of a, all right, here, I'll take this jab. Let me check this distance real quick. You know, this is the first round.
Well, it's not. It's the first round. Well, I guess you could say first round if you
no,
count.
They've been going at each other for a while now, on and off.
The song he did with Drake was where they took shots at Kendrick, so he was responding to that song. A first person shooter, right? Was the name. So he was responding to that. That's what Kendrick was responding to.
Yeah,
there was some sneak disses in that. So my thoughts on it. What's your thoughts on the? I have not heard yet any thoughts on the verse though. On this verse, I get the beef is a cool thing is because it's Kendrick and J. Cole. But what's your thoughts on what he said on his verse?
It was Kendrick's verse. It was absolutely raw, but at the same time, it felt playful.
Oh no. Fuck the big three. It's just big me. Yeah. That's not playful. That's a left hook, a right hook, and an uppercut at you right there.
Even when you're sparring, you're gonna throw some nice dirty, some nice hits. But at the same time, it felt playful to me.
It didn't feel playful to me. It didn't feel playful to me. I guess I'm just from a different
He
era.
said, I want to cut this nigga. That's what he said, really.
I guess I'm from a different era, man. I just this sneak dissing and the subliminal dissing don't do it for me. I like blatant shit. I'm used to easy dick smelling like MC Ren shit. I ain't got to decipher it. I ain't got to break it down. I ain't got to get somebody else to interpret it for me. Nope, it's cut and dry. It's straight up in your face. This is what I'm saying. So I'm waiting for a response, and maybe as it goes on, it gets better. But so far, I'm not impressed. I'm really not. I'm not impressed in the least because I need to watch videos for these young cats to tell me what I'm listening to figure it out, and I still don't totally get it. I gotta have it interpreted. No, say a motherfucker's name. To tell me what you try to say, what you gotta say.
Right.
I thought the big three line that you brought out was like the most blatant line. I thought that was the hardest line because it took a line straight out of your song. We was talking about we the big three, and you said fuck your big three. It's just big me. In other words, fuck both of y'all. Right?
Yep.
So it was a line straight out of that song. So that was a straight up. That was as close to a straight up diss as I heard out of either one of the songs.
Okay.
And I agree. That's why I'm not so wound up about this. Like I'm like, all right, man, I'm really hoping this goes further and we start getting something. But right now, I'm with you. I'm not impressed from either song.
I mean, Pac was a little too hard, but that was still. It was, I fucked your wife, nigga. I mean, damn. It's nothing that made me say damn other than the fact that is he coming at cold, right? I mean, but is he? I don't know. I got to watch videos for somebody to decipher it for me, and I'm used to this. I mean, if you listen to Ether. Nas didn't bite his tongue. You didn't have to have somebody decipher it to know he was talking about Jay-Z and what he meant. He straight up called him like
first words was fuck Jay-Z.
So I'm saying that I'm used to the battles being like that. Break of Dawn, LL Cool J called everybody out by name and said what he had to say, and I didn't have to have it deciphered. It's straight up in your face. It ain't no sneak diss, and it ain't no subliminal shit. It's in your face. This is what it is. And I'm used to battles being like that and not this. So for me, it was more interesting of who's being challenged than anything else, anything that he said. I've quite frankly still think Machine Gun Kelly's diss on Eminem is better than all of that shit. That's been the best diss track I've heard in a long time. And even though Eminem got more fans, so of course everybody, the consensus is Eminem's shit was better, but Kill Shot to me was weak. It was a weak comeback, and I think the Rap Devil was more in your face, and it was better. I think it was more in your face. I didn't like that he had a little. I didn't like everything about it, but I thought it was better. It was more in your face. It was more shock value.
Right.
Whereas, dissing for a man bun when he wore a man bun in a movie, it's not really his hairstyle. It was a hairstyle he wore as a role, in a role for a movie. Really, M? You're better than that. I mean, other than that, speaking of Eminem, Benzino. Keeping it rolling.
Oh, he's trying to commit career suicide to the fullest extent.
But he's
actually trying. He's trying to commit suicide.
He scored some points.
Trick got at him about it.
He scored some points because he, of course, unannounced, he came into town. M was in California with Dr. Dre for Dr. Dre's star on the boardwalk, on the Walk of Fame, rather. And he came to town and did a diss track video in Detroit and partially at his restaurant, at Eminem's restaurant. And Detroit is hot right now because they like, boy, I wish we would have saw this nigga. If we didn't know he was coming, don't come back, nigga. Don't come announce. Don't come to town and make an announcement that you're coming to town.
Right.
And if you come back, you better keep it on the low, because if one motherfucker find out and put it out there, niggas will be looking for your ass. Detroit is offended.
That's why I said he tried to commit. That's why I said he tried to commit suicide.
Detroit
suicide. He tried to commit suicide.
Hey, Detroit is offended. I'm telling you, brothers in Detroit are offended. It ain't about him. It's about the city, because they are offended.
Man, I saw a TikTok video, Trick.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's
Trick is taking it personal because that's his boy. On top of this being his city, it's like,
yep,
you did my boy and came to my city too. And that, on my watch, M was out of town. I was supposed to be the one to make sure you didn't come here and do no shit like that.
Yep.
Right. That's how he's taking it. So he's taking it a little more personal. But trust me, around here, brothers are feeling disrespected, and he may as well have take Detroit off of his list of cities that exist in America, because he can never come back here. He can never come back here. If he comes back here, he will be in the news. I guarantee.
The funniest thing about this whole thing to me is the fact that he goes on social media posting about doing all this, like he's to get this cred, like he's some tough dude or some shit. You waited until you knew the dude wasn't even going to be in town and his people weren't going to be paying attention.
Yep.
Sorry, bro. You need to stop acting hard when you out here waiting for people to go high or go away.
Yep. Oh, he's a Kelly. I can go down. Now we can go
to the mean streets of Boston.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there ain't no diss. Hoods is hood. Big cities are big cities. They all got mean streets. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't no exception here. So, yeah, you disrespected the D, and brothers are feeling it. Brothers out here are feeling it. Telling you now, don't do it. Don't come back. They'll take a little pride in knowing that your ass know you can't come back. They'll take a little pride in that, but they'll take a lot of pride in your ass coming back. Oh boy, we get to settle the score. And I'm looking for something to happen. Somebody gonna go to Boston. It's the score got to be settled. He scored points. He scored. I got to give it to him. He scored doing this. He really did. He really did. But it ain't over. And now it's on again. The most unlikely lopsided rap beef is still a beef.
20 years in.
It's still a beef. Because the dude is terrible. He's terrible as a rapper. He can't. It's no competition. But he won't stop. He won't stop. And that beef might get if depending on what I hear from J. Cole, that beef might be hotter than the Battle of the Titans over here.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Drake could come back and that'll be cute. But Drake and Kendrick Lamar is not as enticing.
No.
J. Cole versus Lamar is enticing.
Mm-hmm.
That's enticing to me, because that to me is the top dog. That was the shock. To hear somebody go at Drake don't really move the needle to me. But for somebody to come at J. Cole and it's Kendrick Lamar, that don't, so I'm thinking that he may have been, maybe the shots were subtle, because like I said, it's not shots to the head. The shots are subtle because that's enough just the fact that it's Kendrick coming at J. Cole, for now, that's enough. Unless J. Cole come back and give it some business, then it's gonna have to start getting real.
Right.
That's when I get interested. That's when I'm interested, but that's when I get excited, I say. That's when I'm gonna be like, did you hear what he said? Because there's no did you hear what he said lines to me. There's no shocks. There's no shockers there. It was just the shock was just the idea that Kendrick and J. Cole might be battling.
Yeah.
Right.
And sadly, Drake's gonna be in his feelings because he realizes he's the third wheel. He's the side piece.
And he is. There's no doubt. Now he bodied Meek Mill easily.
Yeah.
He bodied Meek Mill with no problem.
Right.
But this ain't the same.
Mm-mm.
This ain't that.
Mm-mm.
No.
And right now, quite frankly, he's not as hot now as he was then.
Mm-hmm.
At the time when him and Meek Mill went, he was top dog, basically. He was the hottest thing out there. He was killing the game. Right now, he's not.
Right.
So yeah, he's not enticing, but boy, oh boy. J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar? That's body blows. That's the big one. That's the big time. All right, man. We've run along. We way outside the off season, but then it's sports.
We had a
It's
smoke
better.
session. We had a smoke session conversation on the off season.
Hey, it's sport. We didn't do our shows this weekend, so
Right.
there was a lot to talk about that we didn't get to talk about, and so we had to talk about it, man. It's been eating me up. It's been bubbling inside of me. I had to get it out. Like the glasses there, Big Ed. But anyway, man, I am out of here. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. On behalf of the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Waze, we want to thank you all for joining us. This has been the Off Season.